I was 99.9% sure that Aunt May was the Green Goblin. I was wrong. However, I do think she is hiding something from us, and I want to find out what it is. Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts. It's Spectacular Saturday, guys, and you know what that means. It is time for us to continue the Spectacular Spider-Man. This is Season 1, Episode 10, Persona. Interesting title. Now, in the last episode, I thought this was going to be the big reveal of the episode because it makes sense, because it's revealed Green Goblin is Harry Osborn. They were teasing a little bit in terms of who it could be, because Harry is the most likely candidate, but it could be Norman, his father, as well. But the way they were going about it in terms of Harry becoming a whole different person and having a second personality, really, with the Green Goblin being that personality, and also in the middle of the episode last week, well, I say last week because I watched it last week, where Norman's in Oscorp, and then we see Green Goblin on the glider, and we see on his face, like, he's going crazy. It's clearly Harry, okay? Harry is losing it, and then when it's revealed to be him in his house with Norman there and Peter, Spider-Man there, he just kept changing back and forth between Harry and the Green Goblin, and his father really pushed him, so he was drinking that stuff. His father was talking about what it was. I don't know how Norman or anybody noticed that that stuff was being gone, like how they didn't notice it, because Harry just kept drinking it over and over and over, and it was some sort of experimental type liquid, and Norman couldn't believe it. But, you know, Harry's gone, so we'll see if he comes back. I'm assuming he will come back. We'll see what happens with that. But that wasn't the only big reveal of the episode, which was crazy, okay? I was, like, thinking who it could be, and Harry's the most likely candidate, but you never know. They could have thrown another twist in. You never know. Could have been Gwen. Kidding. The Symbiote. Now, there's different pronunciations. Symbiote, Symbiote. I'm sticking with Symbiote because apparently that's what Spider-Man in the comics, that's how they pronounce it, or at least they tried to clarify that a couple years ago. The Symbiote's here. Okay, that was the last thing we saw. Okay, we kept cutting back to J. Jonah Jameson's son up in space, dealing with a crisis situation where a asteroid hits, and somebody pointed out, if you look at the asteroid as it's coming towards the spaceship, whatever, the rocket, whatever you want to call it, you see it for a brief second on the asteroid. So it's like, you know, if you pay really close attention, you'll see it early on, but it's here, it's on the planet. And, yeah, I'm curious to see where we go. I'm curious if, like, that's just, like, set up down the road, or if that's going to be sooner rather than later, because I'm not really sure, because this show continues to surprise me, so I'm not really sure if that's, like, the next thing we're going to be seeing, or if it's going to be something else. Who knows? All I know is that it was a pretty big episode last week. So I'm excited to see what happens here. I'm loving the hell out of this show. We're getting close to the end of Season 1, but it's been a fantastic journey, and I can't wait to continue it. So let's continue it now, guys. Let's get into now Episode 10, Persona. Let's go.
They discover alien life and you're not watching?
Oh, Peter, aliens are bug-eyed monsters who say, "Take me to your leader. This is a mud stain on the
Are you an alien?
Not mud, organic.
Right there, on the hall.
They're getting right to it.
Dark patch is
Oh, shit.
extraterrestrial life diversity, where it will be studied by the country's top biogeneticists.
That cut to Eddie. That was good. That was good.
No go, bro. Dr. Martha's spoken. No visitors, no reporters, and for sure, no photographers. She already knows she can't trust.
Decisions. Man, that sucks.
Our strange visitor's visitor.
Black Cat, are you kidding me?
A school locker has better security.
Oh, I like her voice. Okay. All right. Of course.
I never thought I'd be rescuing the icky alien from the beautiful damsel.
Well,
Beautiful damsel.
I do believe it's Spider-Man.
Yeah, the door wasn't shut. Careful, watch out.
Said something about unlimited scientific potential.
Hey, you sure
Yeah, the door was not shut, by the way. They're not going to notice it.
for the girl?
And she'll make you that kind of spider.
I bet. Uh-oh.
I'm blushing.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
What in the... Dr. Connors! God. Maybe I can still find her. Oh, heck. I never even got a good look at
That's
the
crazy. He doesn't even know.
He was here last night taking pictures and couldn't even be bothered to call the police.
Oops.
Don't bother Gwen.
Oh, he's
Bro
pissed.
had his second chance.
Bro.
Done.
Called him bro.
The Bugle only prints facts, and whatever it takes to connect the facts together.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I was there.
whatever it takes.
Taking pictures from the roof. Spidey.
Connors didn't discover the theft till early this morning.
What? Connors lie? Spider-Man must be quite confused right about now.
Oh my fucking god, what is happening? Holy shit.
I have someone a little different in mind.
Okay.
How could he betray the old webhead that way? How am I ever gonna clear my friendly neighborhood name?
That's awesome.
I never even got a good look at it.
You're wearing it right now.
It's a good look for you.
Yeah.
Flattered, truly. See, I knew we made a connection.
You're the real thief. I didn't take it.
Calm down. I didn't think so.
Calm
But if you're
down.
fed up enough with the thankless hero thing,
Just
to
spinning
match
around.
your image to mine, then
Guess I found the ooze.
Yeah.
It found me.
In fact, well, it was like just
Alien life
right in the web
bonded
too.
itself to your suit.
The web.
Best case, nothing to lose.
Damn. That was close. Nice save.
Slick.
That's pretty cool.
I could get used to this. I'm not surprised. You've been cooking non-stop.
Yeah, why is she cooking?
Food here to feed the rhino.
I'm
The
testing
rhino.
recipes. We can give.
Chameleon. Right? That's Chameleon.
It's not the truth. I mean, it's not true. Hey, if it's
What about
made fun of
Spider-Man?
Mother's Day, how can I help?
Widow Flashy's mad because his hero turned out to be a big crook.
Your friendly neighborhood web shooters in a frisky mood.
Yeah. And they're there, of course. It's
My
obvious. It's
insect early
Chameleon.
warning
Watch
system
out.
was tingling.
Best of all, Joe Anonymous has let me have them for free. As I
Free?
predicted.
Damn.
That's
Not even getting
not
paid
just
for 'em?
another thug in a mask.
Cat, listen, I'm innocent.
obviously.
It's weird how all of a sudden now
Blaster,
she's
no
around all the
black,
time.
blue, blue.
You know, like before, where was she?
Black and blue.
That's pretty cool.
Let's get this boat moving before a certain arachnid decides to crash my party.
I still don't buy it,
Arachnid.
Your Honor. I've seen Spider-Man in action.
Yeah.
I believe he's turned to crime.
Believe it, Stacy.
Of course he's
The
there.
Eagle's been saying for weeks the webhead's a fraud. Hors d'oeuvres, Your Honors.
Hors d'oeuvres. Do you want some hors d'oeuvres?
Wonderful of you to
Hello,
come.
Norman.
Happy to see
How's your son doing?
contribution.
Oh, okay. This actually makes... That actually makes more sense.
Demi-Tot Sergeant.
My kitty sense is purring.
God, she really loves him. I just... It's some of the words she's saying about him. Like, yeah. Uh-oh.
As will your friendly neighborhood spider thief.
Spider thief. I know it! Yeah.
If you hold that tiger too tight, I bite.
I bite? Oh, boy.
You don't even have the costume right. I'm in mourning for my buried wreck.
Oh, shit. Take off the
Now that's
mask.
Spider strength, except no substitutes.
Demi-Tot Spider-Man.
Oh, you just walked up. That was not. That was a cool. Oh, yep, it's fine. But that was awesome. Bam. Of course. Watch out. Never thought I would see Spider-Man skiing, but here we are. Oh shit. Oh. Okay. There he goes.
The one and only. Got it.
My hero.
Gosh, she really likes him a lot.
You tell the truth and they'll take the suit away.
Yeah.
Need its
Don't
power
tell
to
them.
help
I mean, you should, but
I sort of figured you'd say that.
As long as you wear a mask, some folks will always wonder.
Night, Captain.
that's a good response.
It's not here.
Oh.
Chameleon.
And Chameleon's gone. Just saw the guy walk past. I didn't expect that in this. Oh, of course you have that. Of course.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
Kitty. Oh, that was nice. Once again, this show delivers another fantastic or even better, spectacular episode of the show. Holy crap, so much was going on here. I'm not sure where to begin, but I think we should begin with the symbiote, because I feel like that's the biggest part of the episode, but there was a lot more stuff going on that was pretty surprising, and I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. This show just knows how to surprise me and to continue to deliver awesome stuff and great portrayals of these iconic characters from the comics. So the symbiote first, and then we'll get to Black Cat and Chameleon and all that fun stuff. So the symbiote, right away, at the opening, Peter runs home. Aunt May, of course, is not watching TV because Aunt May is she's doing her own stuff. She's making a bunch of recipes. I don't know what the hell's going on there, but she's just cooking a lot and baking and all that stuff. So they get right to it. Okay, the news is trying to cover the symbiote, and of course it's taken to Dr. Connors, and Peter's like, oh, I'm gonna get in, and nope, there's no visitors and no reporters and definitely no photographers, because once again, Peter's decision to go and take photos of Spider-Man fighting the Lizard, of course himself fighting the Lizard, made it to where he lost his internship, and Dr. Connors, and along with his wife, like especially his wife, do not want Peter there at all. They do not trust him. It's pretty crazy. So we have the symbiote there, and Peter accidentally steps on it, and he has no idea. And what I like about it is that they played it as he had no clue until it was pointed out by Black Cat a little later in the episode that he was actually, he had a different suit. And then he realized, oh, because they're all thinking, okay, he's just changing his outfit. And Black Cat thinks, oh, I really got to you or something, because now you're wearing a black suit, and, maybe you were influenced by me. And Peter figures it out, but what I like is that he's swinging around and has no idea that he's slowly morphing into the black suited Spider-Man until it was pointed out. So that's interesting. He had no clue. I mean, it was kind of obvious just based on the fact that the door was open when he was fighting Black Cat and all that, but he had no clue. So that was kind of interesting. So we started to see, not really, but a little bit, Peter's mood slightly changing a little bit. Not much, but I would say there's definitely some changes he's noticing in terms of, okay, he had better balance, because he was skiing in the episode as the symbiote Spider-Man. It was kind of crazy. He was skiing, following Chameleon, and he was pointing out how his balance is definitely better because the symbiote is helping him, and he's noticing that the range he's able to shoot his web is definitely increased because of the symbiote. So he's noticing the benefits. So I feel like his mood was changing a little bit. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I am wrong. His mood was really changing because as we know, Peter, he becomes a different person over time when the symbiote is attached to him. I just felt like there was a little bit of change in there, but he was still Peter. It was just maybe his voice a little bit changed a little bit. I'm not really sure, but he's just noticing, I can get used to this. Like, he's getting addicted to the symbiote. So we'll see where that goes. But it was nice, and I like the design. The design is really, really cool. Of the symbiote Spider-Man suit. It was really cool to see that. And what I think was really smart about how they went about approaching this, because this was going to happen in the episode, they made it to where we have another Spider-Man, a fake Spider-Man, Chameleon. Great reveal with that, because we have him portraying a evil version, a thief version of Spider-Man, to fool everybody and to make it seem like he is the thief, because it was all based off of the symbiote disappearing. And Dr. Connors showing up, it wasn't Dr. Connors. That was a great reveal where it was like, it wasn't reported till in the morning that the symbiote was gone, but he was there the night before when Black Cat was trying to steal it for somebody else for a huge payday. And like, so how was it not reported? And then they get right to it after it's said that, it wasn't reported till the next morning, that in the chair, along with his accomplices, that it was Chameleon. And that was a really cool reveal. And he was running around portraying a couple of different people. He portrayed Dr. Connors because he was going to run back into his own lab and steal the symbiote. Of course, it wasn't there. And then he portrays, of course, a thief, evil version of Spider-Man, robbing banks and everything, and having his partners. I believe one of them is Mysterio, I think, as I heard him say Beck. I could be wrong, but I don't. Isn't Mysterio's like his name Beck or something? Anyways, maybe I'm wrong on that, but. So, because they said illusions, so I'm like, so he portrays the evil thief version of Spider-Man. They're taking photos, they're sending it to the Daily Bugle to print, and they're giving away the photos for free. So that J. Jonah Jameson loves that. Okay, he loves the hell out of that. Free photos to expose Spider-Man as the thief that he thinks he is, and saying how we only print facts. But anyways, that was funny. So. Yep, Chameleon also portrays Norman Osborn in the episode on that ferry, on that boat. That was pretty interesting. So I'm thinking, oh shit, Norman's here? And he has the briefcase full of money. It was actually the Spider-Man suit he was going to be putting on. But it was funny how they're making it to where he's portraying multiple people within the episode, and you're not really sure. I mean, the Spider-Man is obviously fake, but Dr. Connors in the lab the night before when the symbiote is now gone, it's on Peter, he has no idea. That was interesting because I did not expect that. And then when he's Norman Osborn, I didn't expect it right away until he went to the bathroom sneakily. I'm like, okay, it's Chameleon. And then when the officer walked by and you see his face, he's like evil grin as he walks past. That was Chameleon again, and he escaped, of course. And he left his guys behind. What an ass. What a dick move. But that was really cool to see Chameleon in the episode because it adds to the layer of the fact that Peter's now wearing a different suit. So what people know as Spider-Man, he's running around as what people envision when they see Spider-Man. That's the suit he wears. And now we have a fake Spider-Man in that suit. So that was kind of interesting to see that, to where Peter's fighting a doppelganger version of himself, but not really because he's wearing the black suit, symbiote suit. So that's kind of an interesting thing there. What was also interesting, I think it was in the last episode, I'm trying to think, yes. Black Cat was teased. We saw what could have been just somebody in a costume, but it was actually Black Cat herself. And she's throughout the whole episode. And the way they portrayed her character, and I actually looked up the actress who played her, and she was on Lucifer. I really like the actress. She did a phenomenal job portraying Felicity. I can't fucking talk. Her name is Felicity, right? Hold on, double check that real quick. Let's see. Yeah, Felicity Hardy. Yeah, I was like, it just sounded wrong because I was trying to say Black Cat. It's been a morning. It has been a morning. But her portrayal of Black Cat is freaking great. And the way they wrote her character and how she was all about, stealing shit, but like her and Peter were working together, and how she really likes him. Like she really has a thing for him, which that's in the comics. That's in the other iterations of the character in animation form or whatever. Like they've done that plenty of times, but it's interesting how it was right away, and it's like all of a sudden she's here and she's just here. Like beforehand, was she running around and no one noticed until now? Like I wonder if she was in any previous episodes and we never noticed it. I don't know for sure. All I know is that it feels like she's always been around, so I'm curious why Spider-Man never ran into her before until this point. But I guess their paths just never crossed. I mean, literally, there's a crime going on in the city all the time. Peter probably just never ran into her before. So it makes sense. The city's a huge city, so you just never know. So that was really well done in terms of portraying that, portraying the little flirtations back and forth. I was not expecting the kiss at the end. And then, of course, she's gone. But I wasn't expecting that because I thought they were just going to go the route of just flirting a little bit, and then eventually they may kiss, because they do sometimes get to that point in the comics where she does do that. But I was surprised they did it within the same episode that she was officially introduced, because she was just cameoed, a little bit of a tease, a little hint, if you will, in the last episode. It was really well done. This episode was really well done. I have no complaints because this show continues to deliver. It is so good at what it's doing in terms of progressing a very interesting story about how now Peter is slowly going to become a different person, really. And having the symbiote teased at the end of a crazy episode, the last episode, with Green Goblin's revealing everything, and then now they're getting right to it. I didn't know for sure if they were going to wait. I'm glad they're not waiting. I'm glad they went the direction. Now, if they would have went another direction where the symbiote was kind of been teasing a little bit more and they're talking about it, but we're not really getting to that point yet, I would have been fine, because the show just knows how to tell a good story no matter who the villain is or what the focus is. Because so far, I've now seen 10 episodes out of, 26, I believe, yeah. And all 10 have been great. All 10 have been so good. And I can't get enough of the show. And it's making me more and more irritated that there is no continuation. Like, there isn't more episodes than 26, but at least we have 26. So that's the only thing I can really think of as a positive, if you will. But this show is just really well done. I'm excited to continue it. And I'm loving the hell out of the show. I mean, what else can I say? It is such a fun ride, and I'm so glad I'm checking it out, because I was missing out. I was. But once again, another spectacular episode of the Spectacular Spider-Man. Black Cat officially revealed. Chameleon's in the mix. The fake Spider-Man stuff was interesting with Chameleon. And then, of course, now we have Symbiote Spider-Man. And he got that kiss at the end from Black Cat. And so now, where do we go from here? I'm not really sure, but what I liked most, and I pointed it out too early on, is when it's showing the symbiote being delivered to Dr. Connor's lab, it cuts to a quick full shot randomly of Eddie. We know what's happening there. Oh, and also Eddie, forgot to mention this, really important, Eddie made the point to Gwen and through the paper that, you know, Bro, we used to call him Bro, Peter had a second chance and he blew it. As he took pictures of when the symbiote was stolen. And of course, Peter never called the police. Unfortunate thing about it, if they only knew who he really was, then maybe it would be different, but, you know, it is what it is. So, what you guys think of the episode? I'm curious to know your thoughts. Whatever thoughts you have, let me know in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.